Hi guys! Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these cute little Dumbo octopuses. Um, I, I kind of was messing around with the eyes, so they kind of all have different eyes going on. So this is what it kind of looks like with bands. And then I used like the bigger safety eyes, and I thought those were too big, so I wanted a little smaller, and this is what the final design looks like. But it's really simple. It's pretty cute. At least I think it's pretty cute. I don't know. You can even add like a little mouth to it. I don't know. But I'm going to be showing you how to make this today. And I'm going to have my... Sorry, my lighting's kind of wonky because the sun's coming in. But I'm going to have this available for anyone who wants to look at it. If you want to, you can just pause the video now and kind of go from there. If you know what to do. So yeah. So there's that. But I will be doing a video on how to do this. So what you'll be needing is a crochet hook or a Rainbow Loom hook, a stitch marker or C-clip, some bands, some polyfill. I got my polyfill. And I use safety backs for my eyes as well. But yeah, let's get started because I want to make this a short video. Yeah, but I'll be using these like safety eyes. Sorry, I got like my hook like rubs on my thumb, so it makes my thumb look a weird color. But I'm going to be using these safety eyes. You can use rubber bands, you can use pony beads, whatever you want to use, whatever you have on hand. So let's get started. We are going to start off with a magic ring, a 5. So we're going to take a hook on our band, and I count this as 1. And then we're going to loop it around and do 2. And loop it around again and have 3. And then we're going to put a band on the hook and pull our cap band or 3 loops onto this band. And then we're going to reclaim that. And then we're going to flip the back band over the front one and create a little loop. And we are going to do that 4 more times. Just make sure you have your 3 bands on your hook when you go to add a band in. And then you'll flip over to the back 2. And then you'll have your second stitch in your cap band. And then we'll do a 3rd one. We're just doing the same thing. Pulling those 2 back bands over. And then adding another one. So there's my 4. And here's my 5th one. And you just reclaim it. The back 2 bands. And I just kind of squish it to get it to lay flat. And then you put the C-clip or stitch marker onto the band on your hook. And that will complete that. And then what we are going to do is we're going to flip this over. And you can kind of see where your loops are. You don't want to go in this first loop. You want to go in the loops that are going around this circle. So we are going to go into this first stitch here. And what we are going to do now is we are going to increase. So that's adding 2 bands into 1 loop. 1 stitch. I'm wondering, I know a couple people wanted the tutorial for the gorilla. I'm wondering if I can make it like in a smaller version. So maybe it doesn't take as long to like make. I don't know. We're just continuing the 2 stitches in each loop until we get to the stitch marker, and we're still gonna do the increase there too. So yeah, so you should have 10 bands on your in your little ring here. I'm gonna count mine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And next we are going to go into this next stitch, and we are going to do a single and an increase. So we're going to do a single first, which is just 1 band and 1 stitch. And then the next one's going to be an increase, so we're putting 2 bands and 1 stitch. And we're just going to follow this pattern all the way around, including the C-clip. I just want to thank everyone for following me and liking my videos and subscribing to me. I think I have over 100 subscribers now, and that's amazing. 'Cause I wasn't expecting that, you know. But I'm hoping I can get to 1,000 viewers. That's a lot of viewers, but I'd be able to make live videos and do live tutorials as opposed to just like making a video and uploading it onto YouTube. But yeah, I thank you guys for following me. I really do appreciate it. And I do have an Instagram too. It is the same as my YouTube channel name. So feel free to follow me on Instagram too, because I post a lot on Instagram. So since we did our single stitches and increases, we are now going to do 7 rounds of just single stitches. So we're just going around putting 1 band in each loop, in each stitch here. We're going to do that for 7 rounds. I'll stay on camera and do a couple rounds with you guys because we all know that my camera does not like me. And it tends to cut off my videos when I pause. So just because of inactivity, I guess. So I'm going to try to do at least maybe 4 rounds on camera. But yeah. I don't know how long it'll take me to do 4 rounds, but it's better than my camera backing out and me having to make a part 2 for something that's so small. Kind of like my banana slug. I didn't want to make a part 2, but I'm like, okay, well, my camera's going to back out on me, so. There's my first round, and I'm just going to keep going around for 7 rounds. But yeah, sorry. I have to keep like sitting back because my back hurts. Got a lot of back pain. I'm getting old. I don't know. I don't want to know what it's going to feel like when I'm like 60 and my body's just like decrepitating. But yeah. I'm having allergy issues today. My throat's kind of scratchy. And I want to scratch it, but it's going to make a weird noise, so I'm not going to do it. God, it itches. My nose is kind of itchy. Yep. This is definitely allergies. Sorry, dude. My throat really itches. Sorry about the weird noise. So you want to know what? I'm sitting here wondering why this thing still looks so small. I was making a first video for this, and I'm like, oh, well, I forgot to do the single stitch and increase. So I'm like, okay, I have to start over. So I started over with this one, and it still seems too small. But it is okay. I'm probably going to add the eyes in here shortly. Not shortly. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. I guess I'll just do the 7 rows. Oh, man. But yeah, at least this is a small design, so it doesn't take too long to do around. But yeah. But this is a design that I made up. Because I seen the like little Dumbo Octopus, and I'm like, oh, that'd be cute to make a Loomigurumi. So here's my 4th round. And the cool thing is that you don't have to worry about where you place the eyes. You can just go with it. If you want, if you're still watching this tutorial, you can work on the ears if you know how to do that. It's just a magic ring of 4, and then you just single stitch 1 row, and then you slip knot it off. So if you want to do that, you can. If you don't want to watch the whole length of this. I don't blame you. I should have done the ears first. But I'm doing the body, so like the head and body of the octopus. So and I'm just amazed that my banana slug got so many views on it. It's a 2-part video, and it's really short and really simple, just like this one's going to be. And he just turns out cute. I don't know. I'm just going around again. So this is my 5th row. I feel like my hook's kind of sticky. I don't know why. I'm hoping I can make this pretty quick. It's already at 14 minutes. It's probably going to be like a 40-minute long tutorial for something so small. But it's totally worth making. It's super cute. If you guys have any requests, please let me know. Like I said, I know I have a few tutorials I need to work on. And I know someone asked me if I can make like a Rainbow Loom purse out of rubber bands. I know there's a few tutorials out there on how to make a Rainbow Loom purse with rubber bands, with the Rainbow Loom bands. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to step into the unknown of making a rubber band purse. I don't know if I want to like use my rubber bands for that. Because I know it won't last long, and then like wear and tear and stuff like that. Like even my bracelets I make, even like a fishtail bracelet, it doesn't really last long. So I don't know if I really want to make a purse out of rubber bands. It'd be cute. It would be cute, but I don't know. I don't know what I'd do with it. My daughter's almost out of school, so that's exciting. Hopefully gonna go swimming this summer, and go to the zoo a couple times and just be out, hopefully. I don't know why that one has like a weird divot on its head. It's got like a weird bump. Okay. So I'm just gonna finish doing these couple rows. So I'm on my 6th row, and then I have one more to do. So sorry if it's kind of boring. But yeah, I'm trying to find things to talk about. I don't know. I need to clean up my craft room because I got Rainbow Loom bands everywhere. Not on the floor or anything. I have them all separated in bags and like in a container and stuff like that. But I got a lot of rubber bands, you guys. Like low-key, I got a lot. Like, I got one in like a duffel bag. I got one in a backpack. Like that's full, like rubber bands. And then I got like a little beach bag that's full of rubber bands. I got 2 boxes full of rubber bands, and I got some containers that have rubber bands in them. Not as many as I'd like though. Like, because I like to buy multiples of one color now that I know that I need it for Loomigurumi. Especially if people want like a certain color. Like I have an order where someone wants a gray elephant, so I need to order gray bands, and I have to order in bulk. Because like, not in bulk, but I have to order like 4 or 5 packs so I can just make one Rainbow Loom elephant. You know what I mean? So there's that. Okay, here's my 7th row. I want to try to come up with some more Loomigurumi designs, but I'm trying to think like of some things that I could make. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas of things I could make, I would totally appreciate you commenting, leaving me a comment, and letting me know some things I could make, possibly. Because I like to challenge myself. I've been trying to work on like a Rainbow Loom butterfly, but I don't know, it just hasn't been turning out the way that I wanted to. So yeah. So I'm almost done with my 7th row of single stitches. And then we will go from there. I'm probably going to be adding my eyes on now. So this is kind of what you should have. Kind of looks funny, But I might add some slightly bigger eyes for this one. Just go up like a size in eyes. And I'm going to put the eyes in real quick. It's kind of hard to show on camera. Give me 1 second here. Sorry. Yeah, this is definitely going to be like a 40-minute tutorial. So I'm just going to put the eyes in, stuff them in. Oh boy. That one looks like a little bit lower than the other one, so I'm going to put it right there. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to pause for a minute and just get these eyes put in. Okay, so I got the eyes put in, and now I'm going to add some stuffing to it because we are going to be single stitching the inner loop only, and then we are going to be decreasing. So probably should stuff your guy right now. You can use tissues, you can use cotton balls, you can use polyfill, you can use whatever you want to stuff them that you use typically. Don't overstuff, because you don't want the polyfill kind of showing through the stitching of the bands. But, oh, that eye's lower now. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Maybe it's just me. But, sorry, I'm just stuffing off the camera here. So I added in some stuffing, just to make them squishy. Kind of push that in there a little bit. Okay, so now what we are going to be doing is we're going to be single stitching the inner loop. If that makes sense. Doesn't make sense to me, but okay. Polyfill. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to grab, like, on the inner side of your project, you're going to grab the inside loop of that. So just the inner loop. And then we're just going to stitch like normal. And then we're just going to keep grabbing the inner loop. Just go inside, grab this inner loop. We're just going to go around and do that one time. Well, for one round. Just grabbing the inner loop of our project. That's it. I think this kind of helps it sit a little nicer. Just doing the inner loop. Loop. And there we go. So we did the inner loop. So now what we are going to do is we are going to decrease. And I don't know, I like to do single stitches and then decreases. So I'm going to single stitch I'm going to grab the inside of my project and then grab the outside of the next loop and decrease. So single, and then a decrease, grabbing the inner loop and the outer loop of the next stitch. Single, decrease, single, decrease. And you're just going to do this all the way around until it closes off. So I'm going to pause and finish doing that. Trying to save some film time. Okay, so when your project's about closed off, we're going to go through all of the bands on our hook and we're going to slip knot it. And I'm just going to go in through the back here and pull this through and tuck it in. Okay. So now we can make the ears for it. This tutorial is going to be longer than I want it to be. So if you've already made the ears, then that's good. But we're going to do a magic ring of 4. And I'm not really going to explain how to do a magic ring of 4 because I showed you guys how to do a magic ring of 5 in the beginning of the video. So yeah, I'm just going to go around and do it 4 times. And I'm not going to use my C-clip this time, my stitch marker, because I kind of know how to count 4 around. So so we're going to flip it over. You should have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't count this little weird loop. Go to your next loop and stitch 4 in. 1, just single stitches. 2, 3, and 4. And then what I do is I'll go into the next band. Well, I'm trying to figure out what the next band is. Hold on one second. I shouldn't have stretched that. I think I go into this one. And then we're going to slip knot that piece. And just kind of squish it so you make sure that your cat band's on top. So like that. I just slip stitched it. And I'm just going to add it in. Where I think the little ears should go. And I'm only going to add 2. Add 2 little tie bands into it so it stays on the ear. On the head, the body. I'm trying to find that stitch, darn it. Okay, there we go. Just so it's secure. And I haven't made my other ear, so but yeah. So there's this guy. Kind of got the little ear on him. I'll make another ear real quick since this is fast. I mean, this tutorial ain't gonna be too long, but I'm always talking about the tutorial being too long. I always worry like, oh, someone's not gonna want to watch it because it's too long, you know, or YouTube isn't gonna like me because it's too long. Well, like my phone ain't gonna like me. But yeah, this is probably gonna take me all day to upload because of my phone. I'm just gonna attach this guy's ear real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got his other ear sewn in. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we are going to do like the little skirt around the bottom of it. So kind of like how this one has like the little skirt. If you've watched my banana slug tutorial, you'll know how to make this already. But just in case, I will show you how to make it if you don't know. So pretty much what we will be doing is we're going to single crochet all the way around. Single crochet all the way around. And I start off in the back. And you just kind of want to start off at like the base. And just... It doesn't have to be perfectly in the middle, because it won't really matter, but you're just going to single crochet around the base. And I usually find like the 2 loops to attach to. That's what I do. We're just going to go all the way around until we get back to where we first started. That was kind of funky there. Like, what the heck's going on? And we're just going around. Bring it around town. Sorry. A little bit tired. Just going around the base here, almost back to the beginning of where I started. I could have put a stitch marker on this, and you guys could have put a stitch marker on it. To do that. I don't know why it's up so high. Oh! Flying band. No! And then once you get back to the beginning, you'll kind of see where your first stitch was. I kind of stitched it down a little low, but you're going to go through that one and just make a stitch. I'm going to put my stitch marker on there because I know I went all the way around. And then what we are going to do is we're going to go back into that one band that we put a stitch in, and we're going to add 2 more stitches. So all the way around, we are going to be adding 3 stitches in 1 loop. So it's like an increase, but adding just an extra band. And that's all you're going to do all the way around. Just going into your little chain you made around. Then adding the 3 stitches in each loop. Like an increase, but just adding an extra band. And we're just going to go around. I'm going to do a couple more with you. So just going into that loop 2 more times. There's enough room there. A little squeeze. I might wait to upload this video tomorrow, since I'll be home all day and I can charge my phone. Because I don't know how long it'll take to do this, to upload. But yeah, this is all you're doing, just going around the base and putting 3 stitches into 1 loop. I'm going to pause and continue doing the rest of this. And then I will be right back. Okay, so I am almost at the end here, and I'm just going to do these last few stitches here on camera so I can show you guys kind of what I do to tie it off. I just basically slip knot. I do like a slip knot, and then I tuck the band in underneath, like on the bottom side. You'll have one that's kind of like hidden. You want to do that one too as well. I hope your guys' Dumbo octopuses are turning out cute. Can remove your stitch marker and just do this last one here that's kind of hidden. And then we're just going to slip stitch the last one, which means putting everything on our hook. Well, onto that one band. And just trying to organize it here a little bit. So this is our slip knot. So I'm just going to take it. I'm going to take my hook and go up underneath here. Bring that through. Don't pull too hard because you don't want it to like mess up like alignment thing that's going on. Alignment, whatever. You don't want it to mess up the pattern. And then just do another slip stitch, slip knot, whatever. And then I just tuck that one in. Just for extra security. And there we have it. Ta-da! It's all done. This is the Dumbo Octopus, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And I hope it wasn't too long. But yeah, there they are. Take care, guys. Bye.